am going to tell is author Elisa. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Elisa. She was a kind, happy, and charismatic kid, and her parents loved and took care of her fondly. Her mother cooked everything she wanted, and her father, who worked as a seafarer, brought her everything she wished for. Elisa was good at academics and was an intelligent student. One bad day, Elisa's father was accused of a crime that he didn't commit. He got a life imprisonment sentence for pirating, as he couldn't provide any evidence to prove his innocence. From then, Elisa's life turned upside down. No one treated her fairly, and people looked down on her. Elisa grew up and found an interest in writing stories, particularly related to mystery, crime, suspense, and thrillers. Her stories were very interesting, as she found out who the real culprit was and punished them in intricate cases. Readers didn't know who the real culprit was until the end of the story. Initially, Alicia's friends didn't support her, and no one showed any interest in reading her stories. She found it difficult to publish her stories, and no one wanted to publish them. However, in this situation, she met a publisher named Harry. Harry was a very generous, kind hearted, calm, and composed man. She told him her story. It begins like this. Once upon a time, there was a kid named Shay. He was aged about 13 years. He murdered a girl named Sia, aged about 17 years, and threw her at a sea. Police found her body at the sea. They found this boy with bloodstains on his body. They arrested the Shay. This case came before the juvenile court. While arguments were going on between the state and the defense, this boy agreed that he committed the offense of killing Sia. Judge accepted his confession as corroborative and also accepted substantive evidence of bloodstains and other collective evidence by the police. Court convicted this boy. He was sent to juvenile jail. Defense did not agree with the judgment. Shay's parents also argued that he did not commit any crime and he is innocent. They went for an appeal to Children's Court within 30 days according to Section 101 of Juvenile Justice Act 2015. Here, while case was going on, they find out that the person who killed Sia is not Shay but a 35-year-old man named Ron. Ron gave chocolates, toys, ice creams to Shay to make him accept for the crime that he didn't commit. Actually, it was did by Ron. Defense gave evidence that they collected from a person, that is witness, who was at the sea at the time and recorded the incident in his camera. It was clearly shown Ron killing Sia. As Ron saw this boy there, he made him look like a murderer as he thought punishment for kids will be less compared to adults. Finally, Shay said that he had no connection with that man or that girl Sia. Then court acquitted him and made Ron guilty of murder. Harry found this story very interesting. He promised her that he would publish a story and did the work of final edits, fine-tuning, design, illustration and printing. While publication, he faced many difficulties as his company members did not want to publish the story. But Harry did not care about them and published the story. He then did the work of production, marketing and managing sales. This story became the best-selling book and got the #1 place. Elisa got good reputation and popularity with this book and was called the author of intelligence by the people. She started writing more stories and Harry continued publishing her books. In this process, they became close and fell in love with each other. Elisa then told Harry her story of how people looked down on her and how her father got falsely accused of a crime that he did not commit. Harry said, "Don't think that no one cares about you. Deep down, they keep an eye on you. They stay there and watch everything, but they act if they don't see anything and don't really care. But only if you could see yourself, you will know why they don't deserve you. Just do your work and everything will come to you." Elisa was impressed by his words and decided to marry him. Harry also agreed to marry her. She then introduced Harry to her mother by taking him to her house for the first time, and he saw a picture of Elisa's father. He looked familiar to him. After going home, he dug into the case in which Elisa's father got convicted and found out that his mother was the judge who gave the judgment. He cried uncontrollably and started ignoring Elisa out of guilt. He couldn't show his face of her. Elisa couldn't figure out why Harry was acting differently, and in the meantime they broke up. After some time, Elisa went to Harry's house to talk to him and saw the picture of Judge with Harry on the wall and remembered her from her childhood when she convicted her father. She understood everything and talked to Harry, telling him not to feel guilty. The law is the law and evidence matters. Moreover, it wasn't his mistake. She told him not to burden himself, that she loved him. Harry got emotional after hearing her words and they got back together. In the meantime, Elisa's father came out of jail after serving 14 years of life imprisonment. They were all happy. Elisa and Harry got married and lived a happy life.